Without exaggeration, Einstein's image almost fulfills every public fantasy about scientists. So rumors fabricated under Einstein's name are particularly abundant. For example, this mystical quote. Einstein said in his later years that everything is predetermined. So is everything truly predetermined? The moment a coin is tossed upward, if sufficient precise data is collected, then theoretically speaking, scientists can completely predict the coin's heads or tails after several seconds. Therefore, probability in physics is merely an excuse for insufficient data collection. Physics is fundamentally clear and profound. This almost obsessive pursuit of clarity and profundity permeated most of Einstein's life, preventing this founding father of quantum theory from ever fully accepting the later quantum mechanics from his heart. Before quantum mechanics emerged, intuitive classical physics had existed for centuries. Several equations gave humans the ability to input variables and obtain results. Thus, physicists began to fantasize. If someday we could master the position of every atom in the universe at any given moment, along with momentum and corresponding equations, then the entire universe's past and future would be as clear as 1 + 1 = 2. All events that have occurred and have yet to occur would be replayed and predicted. Unfortunately, over a century ago, the emergence of quantum mechanics proved the true randomness and uncertainty of the subatomic world. That grand dream exclusive to physicists thus came to an end. Everything would return to chaos. But Einstein refused to wake up. As a genius physicist who introduced special relativity in his 20s and general relativity in his 30s, he could not accept the world filled with uncertainty that quantum mechanics brought. This was not about physics. It was about Einstein's worldview. So saying everything is predetermined is not a rumor fabricated by later generations under Einstein's name. However, it should be noted that Einstein's reluctance to accept quantum mechanics was merely on a philosophical level, not on a physical level. After all, quantum mechanical theories and experimental results are highly consistent. No matter how much Einstein disliked quantum mechanics, he had to accept it physically. For ordinary people like us, quantum mechanical uncertainty is actually a good thing, because it proves that fatalism is impossible. Every person composed of the same atoms is unpredictable and possesses infinite possibilities. In Liu Cixin's The Mirror, humans mastered the ability to predict the future, thus eliminating all seeds of darkness and evil. But human civilization thereafter lost randomness, lost vitality, and ultimately perished on Earth because they failed to achieve technological explosion before climate deterioration. This seemingly absurd ending is actually not difficult to predict, because life itself is a random product. If everyone follows rules and refuses to take risks, then science cannot progress, and human society will fall into stagnation. Unlike the online rumors that Einstein burned his manuscripts in his later years, or that Einstein turned to theology in his later years, the real Einstein was actually busy with two things in his later years. First, engaging in debates with the Copenhagen School of Quantum Mechanics. This behavior of essentially fighting an entire school alone greatly promoted the development of quantum mechanics. Second, he was busy constructing unified theory. He hoped to single-handedly unify relativity and electromagnetic theory, and even quantum mechanics, into one theory. But Einstein spent 25 years until his death without success. It's worth mentioning that today's physics community has unified three of the four fundamental forces: though gravity remains unsolved. But compared to Einstein's era, this represents significant progress. Undeniably, verifying cutting-edge theories has become increasingly difficult. The power of existing large-scale scientific equipment is insufficient to discover new phenomena. Therefore, whether it's particle colliders costing hundreds of billions or telescopes costing tens of billions, they will eventually have to be built for physicists. Let them have fun. Enjoy themselves to the fullest. But where is the next Einstein? The technological breakthroughs from the next theoretical breakthrough? How much longer must we wait? The dividends from the last technological explosion? How much longer can they sustain this zero-sum competition? Controlled nuclear fusion, graphene, quantum computers, artificial intelligence. These technologies that are always 50 years away from success. When will they finally be realized? All these questions still lack definitive answers. But as long as we keep moving forward, that is good.